Hi, I'm Chris Wardlaw for CarGurus, and this is the redesigned Jeep Grand Cherokee. It comes in two sizes now, and this one is the larger 3-row version. Officially, it's a 2021 model year vehicle and is called the Grand Cherokee L. The shorter 2-row versions arrive for the 2022 model year. The new Grand Cherokee replaces a model that's over a decade old, and as you might expect, it's loaded with the latest technology. Plus, Jeep finally gives its loyal customers a 3-row version, which is almost certain to prove mighty popular with families. At the same time, the Grand Cherokee moves firmly into premium territory. The loaded one behind me costs more than $65,000. Is it worth the price? Let's take a closer look at the new Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Jeep offers the Grand Cherokee L in Laredo, Altitude, Limited, Overland, Summit, and Summit Reserve trim levels, and prices range between $36,995 and $64,235. You'll pay $1,695 for shipping from the Grand Cherokee's Detroit factory to your local dealership. All paint colors except for bright white cost extra, and so does a second row bench seat in place of the standard captain's chairs. Also, 4-wheel drive is an option on all but the top shelf Summit Reserve, so if you want your Jeep to be a real Jeep, plan to cough up another $2,000 for that. Yes, the Grand Cherokee L gets pricey and fast. Now, if you're wondering what the CarGurus recommended trim is, I'd say you should consider the Limited. It's your pathway to leather seats in a color other than black, 20-inch wheels, a 10.1-inch touchscreen infotainment system with navigation, and much more. Keep a lid on upgrades and you'll pay less than $53,000 for a Limited with 4-wheel drive. Our Summit trim test vehicle is priced much higher than that, stickering at an amount that makes the Audi Q7, Land Rover Defender and Discovery, and Volvo XC60 legit competitors. At least the Grand Cherokee L Summit looks the part of a luxury SUV. First, this is an attractive SUV no matter which version you choose, and is immediately identifiable as a Jeep thanks to its signature 7-slot grille and trapezoidal wheel arches. It helps that the midsize Grand Cherokee L resembles the bigger and more expensive Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer models. Second, Summit detailing such as platinum chrome trim, a gloss black roof, and polished 20-inch aluminum wheels add a clearly upscale appearance to this Jeep. Third, the interior looks downright decadent thanks to quilted premium leather upholstery, real wood trim, high-tech instrumentation and infotainment system displays, and fancy Macintosh speakers. But looks can be deceiving. One of the few disappointments with the new Grand Cherokee L's interior is the hard plastic coating the lower part of the dashboard, trimming the center console, and covering the front seat backs. In lower trim levels, this is to be expected, but once you reach the Summit, these surfaces should be softer. Otherwise, aside from a loud air conditioning system that desperately needs larger front air vents supplying more airflow, the Grand Cherokee is quite comfortable. All but the Laredo have standard front seat heaters, and our Summit test vehicle includes ventilation, massage, and 12-way power adjustment, including for thigh support. A 4-zone automatic climate control system is also standard in the Grand Cherokee L Summit. The second-row captain's chairs offer plenty of legroom, and the test vehicle has second-row sunshades that cover the entire window. They slide forward and back and tip forward to allow third-row loading, even if a child safety seat is installed there. Adults fit in the third-row seat, even with the second-row seats moved all the way back in their tracks. Jeep provides air conditioning vents and USB charging ports back there too. Given its mission as a family-friendly Grand Cherokee, there isn't much storage space up front, though the wireless smartphone charger is nice to have. With Summit trim, second-row occupants get their own center storage console, and it opens 2 different ways to provide passengers in the third-row seat access to the bin. To access the cargo area, you can use the key fob, or you can use the hands-free tailgate opener. And then once this is open, you've got 17.2 cubic feet of space behind the third-row seat, and that includes this handy bin under the storage floor. To power the third-row seats flat, you just hit these buttons. Those guys will fold flat, and then you've got about 47 cubic feet of space behind the second-row seats. And helpfully, if you're at the rear doors and you want to fold those seats down, there are also power buttons here that will do that. Now, when you fold the second row seats in half, you've got about 85 cubic feet of space in the Grand Cherokee L. Switching gears to technology, Jeep equips the Grand Cherokee L with its new Uconnect 5 infotainment system with either an 8.4-inch or, as seen here, a 10.1-inch touchscreen display. It comes with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Alexa compatibility, satellite radio, connected services including a 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot, a navigation system, and more. The natural voice recognition system with a Hey Jeep prompt is easy to use. Uconnect 5 demonstrates a few user experience quirks, and the satellite radio also cut out on numerous occasions, but only momentarily. When using the voice recognition system to make a request to find the nearest hospital, a medical marijuana dispensary actually made the list in the number 2 slot. The system did, however, find a favorite restaurant of my family's that has proved elusive in other vehicles. Featuring the first automotive application of Macintosh audio components, the Grand Cherokee L offers a 19-speaker system that sounds great, especially if you're a fan of bass. I'm not crazy about the Macintosh logo though, because it reminds me of the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. The SUV's head-up display is useful and remains visible when the driver is wearing polarized sunglasses. The new Grand Cherokee L also offers a 10.25-inch digital instrumentation panel, a digital rear-view mirror, a FAM-CAM rear seat monitoring system, and a thermal imaging night vision system. Jeep introduces its new active driving assist technology in the Grand Cherokee L. It's a hands-on, level 2 semi-autonomous driving system that's good but not great. The problem is that the lane centering assistance technology lacks refinement and feels too artificial in the driver's hands. Also, there's a substantial delay in speed resumption when you change lanes to go around slower traffic. Jeep needs to improve here, and perhaps that's going to happen with the planned hands-free version of the system, which is scheduled to arrive late in 2021. Ultimately, I prefer driving this Jeep without active driving assist active. When you buy a Grand Cherokee L, you choose between a 293 horsepower 3.6 liter V6 and, on higher trims, a 357 horsepower 5.7 liter V8. This test vehicle has the V6 engine, and it seems to have its work cut out for it. Jeep says 90% of the engine's 260 pound-feet of torque is available from 1800 RPM to 6400 RPM, but acceleration is brisk at best. Plus, the V6 sounds too loud and unrefined from the driver's seat. Jeep needs to add some sound deadening material or pipe an artificial note into the cabin or something. Also, the EPA says our test vehicle should get 21 miles per gallon in combined driving, but that appears to be a pipe dream, a figment of somebody's imagination. I saw no better than 17.8 miles per gallon on my evaluation loop. I would recommend the V8 engine as an alternative, but you can only get it on the top trims. Choose it and the tow rating increases from 6,200 pounds to 7,200 pounds, though the official fuel economy rating sinks to 17 miles per gallon in combined driving. The standard 8-speed automatic transmission is agreeable enough, though it does resist downshifting in select terrains auto mode and holds revs too high and for too long in sport mode. Our Summit test vehicle also offers snow, sand, mud, and rock driving modes, though you'll want the trail-rated overland and its optional off-road group for serious adventuring. Jeep offers 3 different 4-wheel drive systems for the Grand Cherokee L, each with a fuel-saving front axle disconnect feature. This means the SUV operates as a rear-drive vehicle until traction or driving conditions warrant delivery of power to the front wheels or the driver actively chooses 4-wheel drive low. Naturally, the Grand Cherokee L also offers generous approach, breakover, and departure angles. These, combined with its capable 4-wheel drive and the select terrain driving modes, ensures that this SUV offers more off-roading capability than most of its competition. Summit models also have a standard Quadralift air suspension that provides up to 10.8 inches of ground clearance and 24 inches of water fording capability. On pavement, where you'll spend the majority of your time, the Summit trim's large 20-inch wheels, adaptive damping air suspension, and variable ratio steering ensure a smooth ride and, when needed, capable handling. It's easy to judge all 4 corners of the SUV too, and in combination with a surround view camera and a tight turning radius, parking and maneuvering are easy. However, it sure would be nice if Jeep offered a configurable individual mode to mix and match powertrain response, steering effort levels, and suspension tuning to specific preferences. That's because, in my opinion, when the Jeep's in auto mode, the ride is too soft, so I prefer the setting of sport mode. But at the same time, I prefer the powertrain and steering calibrations of auto mode. Jeep is going to sell a whole bunch of these new Grand Cherokee L models. Great design, a 3rd row seat, added cargo capacity, and a rugged image backed up by genuine off-roading capability make it almost irresistible. However, don't expect to get the advertised fuel economy. Also, the engine noise and climate system racket makes conversation between seat rows difficult. Lastly, some fine-tuning of Uconnect 5 and active driving assist is in order. But all in all, this new Jeep Grand Cherokee represents a huge improvement over the old one. Be sure to read my full review of the new Jeep Grand Cherokee L at CarGurus, and if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. For all of us here at CarGurus, thank you very much for watching.